Hey everybody, and welcome to DaSpoofy's gaming channel. Today we've got UU Suspect Test. We've got two battles with very interesting teams. I'll show off my team. It's what I've been using for the whole Suspect Test. I'm almost to the coil where I can vote. I'm still not sure what I'll vote. I really like Serperior's pressure on Suicune in the UU right now, but it being able to glare anything that comes in on Serperior is really... it's pretty much overpowered. So we'll see what happens. So here if you look at my team, I'm really weak to fighting, and Heracross is running all over the place, so that kind of puts a damper on my team. So I send out my Scarfed Moxie Heracross to take the hit and then retaliate for damage. I need something to die, and I looked at Heracross and his team, and there was no way I was gonna sweep with this thing, so I let it take the damage and die. Next I'm gonna send out something faster so I can kill this thing and threaten it out. I'm gonna go for the Stone Edge in case he brings in the Vaporeon, so I can possibly 2-hit KO it, but he goes into Doublade, which is fine. I go into Easter now because I'm predicting a Iron move, and I go for the Scald. Unfortunately, I don't get the burn. That means this Heracross stays around for a little while. I'm going to go to Serperior as fodder because I looked at his team once again, and there's no way I'm sweeping. There's too many grass resist and things that are faster. So, let's pause it right there. He was in his Heracross, and I decided just to go for the Aqua Tail because I didn't think he'd bring out his Vaporeon. He didn't before. And he was going to predict a wing attack or aerial ace or something that hits 100% of the time. So I thought it'd be okay to go for Aqua Tail because it does a lot, and it hits Nidoqueen, which I thought he might bring in. So I back out right here, go to Easter because he can take water moves for the most part. I don't like burns because I don't have any solid recovery. And here I make a mistake and go for the rocks. I thought he might stay in predicting me to predict him to go to Heracross, and now that was Empoleon's mistake, so he gets taken out. Right here I'm just gonna go for the wing attack because if he switches out then I'll never see this thing again, so I don't need to predict by going for Stone Edge or anything and risking me missing and dying, so that's good. Okay, right here my Porygon 2 has Trace, which is really good. I'm trying to show this thing off because it's very, very good. It's a physical wall. It can wall Salamence, it can intimidate him back if the Salamence has Intimidate, and it can KO with Ice Beam with 12 special attack EVs. So that's really cool. I also have a special move on this, I'll show you in a second. He can't do anything to me. He does not have the Toxic. I'm pretty sure he has the Heal. No. He just showed me as the Baton Pass. I conversioned right there if you didn't know how to catch it. Conversion turns me into the first move I have on my Porygon 2, which is Discharge, so I'm now Electric type. This is really good because I can now take Heracross's close combats, I can take unstabbed Earthquake still, and this Doublade can only hit me really with Shadow Sneaks and Sacred Swords, which aren't that good. Against Porygon, nothing's super effective. So I do end up paralyzing it and hexing this thing to death, and he did not like that, but he was just going for Shadow Sneaks, and even at +2, Doublade Shadow Sneaks is not going to be doing much to Mac, maybe 10%. Alright, and he brings in his Salamence, which has Earthquake, and are you Life Orb too? Nope, but I can KO even if he was at 100% with Ice Beam, so that's good. I can even wall this Pidgeot to an extent because I am now an Electric type, but he does get the Confuse hacks, and that's bad for me because I could die. He is doing around 20%, and if he confuses me enough times, I'm going to die. And that does end up happening, so that's unfortunate. I'm going to conserve it later for the Vaporeon if I can, and I can just bring this in on his attacks. I'm going to go for the Stone Edge. I was hoping it did half after rocks, it probably would have, and I would have kept going for it, possibly. I don't know. Gudra can take a Hurricane from Pidgeot, so I'm not too worried about that. He predicts me right there. I'm going to go into Banishment again because I am faster. I get confused, that's awful, and I hurt myself and die. I was willing to take the risk because I have Guja, which has awesome special defense, and he's physically banded, so things die. And I know it's a good game because I can switch out right here. I was hoping I get 3-turn, I didn't, but I can switch out and save this guy for Pidgeot. I'm gonna kill my Mac right here so I can just get rid of my confusion, and I should be able to clean up the game because he can't live one, and I can live a Hurricane. The only way he could have won is if he confused me, and that would have been awful, but I'm good, and I get the 3-turn right here, so no confused hacks for him, and I just clean up the game. So that was a good game. Mumo Caruso, he said it was really hacksy, but I hacked his Doublade to death, which didn't matter too much, and he hacks my Porygon 2 to death, which mattered a little, so alright, we're gonna do one more, and I got the Bug Lord out in front. It's common for people to start with their Heracross, so people usually start with Crobat, and I start with my Aerodactyl, but this time I didn't feel like he would. I go for Scald because I want damage on this thing. I don't want to set up rocks yet because I thought he might have Taunt. I've seen Taunt a lot more than U-turn lately. It's kind of irritating. Okay, I go into Bug Lord because he's my most expendable member. Goes in Salamence. I could just straight out attack this thing, but I have the counter. So I go out to him. He predicts a counter or something and goes out to Suicune. He switches out to Umbreon. There's a lot of switching if you haven't noticed. I go for Dragon Pulse right here because usually these Umbreons want to protect their first turn so they can get rid of a Leaf Storm, which is really smart because you only get 8 Leaf Storms, and I'm trying to preserve. And unfortunately, all my trying to predict really withers down my Royal Weed, but I do come out on top with a decent amount of health in the end. I don't know if he even shows Protect. He gets a crit right there, which is a little devastating. I predicted him to Protect right here. He didn't. Unfortunate. And I just get to Leaf Storm, and it doesn't take him out, which is weird. And he didn't kill me, which is weird as well. And he does have the Protect, which is awful. That he wasn't using it, and my predictions were a waste. And he could have killed me, and I could have killed him, so I think it's fair in the end. He sends out his Crobat. I can't take this thing on. I go into Banishment thinking he would U-turn. He actually Brave Birds, and it does quite a bit. So I'm gonna Mega Evolve right here, just go for the Stone Edge. Oh no, I actually go for Roost because I want to preserve this thing as much as possible because it poops on even Crocodile with Aqua Tail. I send out this thing. I make him think I don't have the roar by saying something in the chat. And I go for Stealth Rock, and then I'm going to go for Scald to see if I can get a burn, because if I roar this thing out with a burn, then I might not be able to take 2 hits from something he wants it to take. I don't get the burn, and I'm getting withered down, so I'm like, okay, just time for roar. So I roar. And he stays in the whole time setting up. I do get the burn. Something Crobat, I'm predicting him to defog. He goes for Roost, of course, because he wants to keep this thing alive after he defogs. And I just keep going for Scald because it's pretty much all I can do. I can roar him out, but that's dumb. And he goes for Taunt on my Stealth Rocks. I totally forgot he had Taunt. I didn't think he would do it since he was kind of in KO range there. I go for Scald on damage, whatever comes in. I thought his Infos might come in. I don't know if I choose to die here. Yep. Because I don't have any switchings, and Empoleon's done this job pretty well. All I have to be wary of is if his Crocodile sets up rocks. I send out Banishment. I really wish I got this burn on this so I could wither it down, force it to go for rest, and bring in my Serperior. I can take Scalds with my Yummy Leaf, but I don't want to get burned, so that was a little risky. He thought he had the Dragon Tail, and that's why I brought it in. I actually have the Power Whip banded, as you may know, and I hit the Crocodile for a lot of damage. I just knock off here because I knew the Suicune's coming in, and if it has no recovery of like that, then I I'm good. And I predicted him to go for the rest because he was at HP where he could get 2 KO'd by Stone Edge, and he doesn't want that to happen. I go for the Glare right here, predicting the Crobat, as he does not send it in. Now he sends it in, and I'm just going to let Goodra die, and if he doesn't take the recoil right here by killing me, then I kill it with Outrage. So I wither it down so I can bring in Aerodactyl and go for Stone Edges. But I predict this Suicune by going out to my Royal Weed, and I'm just going to fire off some Leaf Storms now. And he goes an Ampharos, which is my special attack, but he has to let it die so he can bring in his Crobat. So if you haven't noticed, Royal Weed is really pushing this game wherever way he wants. It's probably overpowered in the meta. It makes it a little more fun because stuff can kill Suicune, but it's overpowered. So I'm gonna vote for it not to stay. I mean, it's the right thing to do. It's not what I want to do, but it's probably the right thing to do. I switched out right there just in case he was scarfed, and I didn't want to go for detail because I wanted to get rid of Suicune. And this is my counter, so I wasn't too scared. I have that 12 special attack, so it's 100% that I can knock him out. And he had left his Suicune and his Ampharos. No, he didn't even have Ampharos, so I could just win against this Suicune with my Royal Weed. So that was a good game. I think I dropped from that. That's in the UU suspect test. My coil is almost there, so I can vote. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. I'll be posting my videos on Twitter so you guys can follow along if you need to. If you don't want to sub yet, that's fine. The goal is 10 subscribers. I hope you guys all have a fabulous day, and peace out.